So today we're going to solve an absolute value inequality, which is very similar to solving an absolute value equation. We're going to start by isolating the absolute value. So the only thing that's keeping the absolute value from being by itself on one side of the inequality sign is this +1. So we need to get rid of that by doing inverse operations. The inverse of addition is subtraction. So we need to subtract on each side of the inequality. That becomes the absolute value of 2x plus 3 is, that cancels, is greater than 5. All right, so after we've isolated the absolute value, we're going to go ahead and get rid of the absolute value by creating two inequality statements, creating two. The first one is going to be 2x plus 3 is greater than 5. And the second one is 2x plus 3 is less than -5. All right. Our third step is going to be solving for our remaining variable. So in order to solve, the first thing we're going to do is subtract 3 from each side of our inequality. That becomes 2x is greater than 2. And then the inverse of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2. So if we divide by 2 on each side, we have x is greater than 1. And then if we solve the second one, we start by subtracting 3 on each side. We have 2x is less than -8. Divide by 2 on each side of the inequality sign. We have x is less than -4. All right, we're going to also represent these on a number line. So if we go ahead and draw our number line, if this is at 0, here is -4, and here would be 1. We need open dots because there's no equal sign. So if it's greater than 1, we're going to have to go to the right of 1. And if it's less than -4, we're going to have to go to the left of -4. So that represents our solution on a number line. The last thing we're going to do is go ahead and check to make sure that our two solutions are come out to be true by plugging them into our original problem. So we're going to pick a value that's greater than 1 and go ahead and plug it into our inequality statement. Let me get a different color here. So to check our work, let me pick a number greater than 1. I'm going to just plug in 2 then for our x. So if we have the absolute value of 2 times 2 plus 3, and then plus 1 is greater than 6. Let's see if this comes out to be true. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3, and then plus 1. That gives us the absolute value of 7, which is 7 plus 1. Oh, forgot the 6 over here. It's greater than 6. And 8 is greater than 6, so that's a true statement. So let's go ahead and check with the value of our x is less than -4. So let's do a value less than -4 would be -5. So let's go ahead and plug that into our original x. So 2 times the absolute value of -5 plus 3 plus 1, where's my original equation, is greater than 6. So let's go down a little here. So 2 times -5 should be -10 plus 3 plus 1 is greater than 6. And then if I add -10 plus 3, I get -7 plus 1 is greater than 6. The absolute value of -7 is 7. So 7 plus 1 is greater than 6. And so 8 is greater than 6. So that is a true statement. So both of our solutions checked out. All right, that's how you solve an absolute value inequality and check your work.